Okay. Hey everybody, how are you guys doing?
Evening, everybody.
Can you let us know if we are 5x5? I'm using a new mic that we just got, and I want to make sure that the volume is okay for you guys and everything, making sure that the mic is hooked up okay.
Yep, Pilgrim said 5x5.
Okay, awesome. Awesome.
Sure.
Thank you guys so much for
Coming.
being here. Hold on one second. Let me scroll up here if I can. Go back up. Okay. Hey, Awkward Trillium. I'm glad that you're here. Said that you're new here, so welcome, welcome. Um,
Thanks for joining us.
and thank you everybody for joining us. And sorry, I'm just playing around a little bit here. Still kind of new to these comments and everything like that, so I'm trying to play around with it a little bit and see what's going on here. Using different devices today. We got a new microphone, so I'm hoping that it's working really good. And we're also using a different device to show it on instead of the phone and stuff. So I'm hoping everything works.
Show the
good.
microphone.
Well, I don't know if you can see it. Got a new, pretty rad looking microphone here, so I'm hoping it works good. Because I know before we were having some issues with not being able to hear us and stuff, and we just got it, so I haven't really played around with it much or anything. So just hoping everything is going good. I also made the screen a little bit bigger here so I can actually read your guys' comments because, you know, as you get a little bit older, your eyesight goes a little bit. So,
Well, yeah.
anyway, so now I can actually see what you guys are saying. So that is so awesome. I'm gonna look back on here though real quick because it's easier. First in the house today was Pilgrim. Congratulations and thank you for being here. Hi, down the rabbit hole, Ed, Katrinka, Black Cat, Kevin Ramsey, Tiger, Michael G, Bamagen, Coffee Furs. What else is in here? Awakened, Mayhem. Thank you guys so much for being here. Garrett, this and that with Matt, Share Bear, Rayanne, Dusty Country Road. Man, we got a house full today. This is just so awesome, you guys. I am so excited about this. Also, before we get into some scenarios and stuff, I just wanted to thank you. There's a lot of new subscribers. Thank you so much for that.
Oh, yeah, thank you so much.
We're trying to reach 500 by the end of the year, which is a very big possibility now. Maybe by Christmas, because we're going to have a giveaway for you guys once we reach 500. We've kind of already figured out what we're going to do. One pretty good size item that I think you guys will like, and then we're gonna also give away a couple of like Amazon gift cards, like e-cards or whatever, so that way you can hopefully maybe we can do it by Christmas time, and then you guys could get a cool little Christmas present, or you could use it for someone else, use it for yourself, or whatever you want to do. So I can't wait. I'm really excited. So if you guys are new here, I'm Kelly.
I'm Rainbow.
And we're the Prepping Artists. And welcome. Thank you for being here. So if you guys aren't subscribed, maybe think about subscribing. We do these scenarios.
We really appreciate it.
We do these scenarios every Thursday. We are going to start doing a little bit more content and stuff than that too. We have our Sundays every couple weeks or so that we bring on Bama Ginger for you guys. And we do those lives on Sundays occasionally too. Hopefully we'll be able to do one this Sunday. I need to get with her and see, get some topics and stuff down for that. I don't know exactly what time we're going to do it. It'll probably be around 2 or 3 Central Time, just to give you guys an idea. Hey Sojo, thanks for being here. Independent Many United, thank you for being here. Pure blood I can't speak.
That's easy for you to say.
pure blood prepper. Thank you for being here. Simply Tony, you guys are just so awesome. You guys are the best.
Yeah. You don't have to take time out of your day to come and watch us, so it is greatly appreciated.
Yeah, because I know there's been a lot of live videos and stuff. A lot of people are doing live lately and stuff, which is great. But I understand, you got to do things too. You've got families, you've got work, you're
Might have
working on
projects around the
prepping and
house.
projects and stuff. So I understand that people are busy and can't always be here and stuff. So we do appreciate it when you guys are here though. And that's awesome. Hey, Randy. Hey, Dusty. Good to see you guys. Before I start getting into the scenarios and stuff, I did want to. Did you bring your notebook with your ones
No,
wrote
but I
down?
remember.
You remember what they are? Okay.
Well, I'll go grab it. Real quick.
Okay. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a reminder to just kind of be on the lookout this weekend and stuff. Just kind of have situational awareness. Know what's going on in the world and stuff. Maybe try to stay away from big gatherings and things like that. Just head on a swivel, just do the things that you do. You don't really need to stop your life and stuff, but I mean, if you can stay out of big gatherings and big cities and stuff, that just might be a good idea. But I mean, I understand you don't need to stop living your life and stuff, and don't go around being scared and afraid. Just live your life. Hey, Random, good to see you. That's just kind of my little thing about everything that's going on. I don't really, so many channels have kind of already talked about it so much and stuff, so I don't want to like beat it to death and everything. But just be aware. That's all I'm saying. Just be aware. Hey, Paradise Acres, good to see you. Okay, do you want to start with one of yours that you had wrote down, or?
Okay, it's kind of long. I'll try to get through it quickly. Okay, says you're in a group out foraging. You have scouts out, and they discovered a group of marauders is following you. It is getting late, and your people are tired and hungry and thirsty. You are getting low on water. You come to a stream that is out in the open, but across the bad guys behind you, or the bad guys are behind you. It's a shallow stream, and the other side of the stream is a hill that's kind of forested. The scouts report to you that if you stop, and like I say, that everybody's tired and hungry. If you stop now, they will probably catch up in the middle of the night. Do you make camp? Where do you make camp?
Do you make camp by the river where there's water, but you're kind of in an open field and you're very vulnerable?
And
or do you guys
so
go,
like the bad guys that are coming at you from the south? Then you have the stream, and then the north there's the hill with trees. What do you do now?
Yeah, do you want to keep going and go to the hill where there's no water or anything, but you have a better advantage and a lookout of what's going on? Or do you stop by the stream where you could possibly be taken over in the middle of the night while you're resting and stuff, but you have your water and you're able to rest and stuff?
And according to your intel, they will probably attack in the middle of the night. What are you going to do?
Yeah, what do you guys think that you would do? Let me look just real quick. I saw someone said something about, a couple of people are saying take the hill. It's harder to fight uphill. Yeah, go ahead with what your idea was.
My idea was, okay, go ahead and make a camp next to the stream. Build a big fire for cooking. Tell everybody to make a lot of noise to attract attention. Everybody eat. It starts to get dark. I know there's ways you can build a campfire where it constantly feeds it, where you don't have to have somebody feeding it. Okay, so you're well fed. You got tents up. It's getting dark. As it gets darker, maybe start one by one fading out of the campsite and take up position on the hill, but leave the camp looking like there's still people there. And then you get up on the hill, get a defensive position, wait for them to attack the camp, and then from your position on up high, take them out.
Yeah, I was definitely saying if you have time to make it to the hill, then and you can stop for just a few minutes, grab you some water, get rest for a few minutes or something, and then take up to the hill. But his idea was even more, it was more strategic and
Yeah,
stuff
try
because
to
you're
draw
trying
them
to draw
into
them
attack.
in. That way you have the advantage up on top of the hill where you can take them out.
That was my idea.
Yeah, and then but that still gives you a little bit of time to rest and stuff, but they're going to expect you right there where your camp is at and everything. That way when you're somewhere else you kind of ambush them and then you don't have to worry about them at any other times, because you've already taken them out. So that's a more of a strategic type of move, which is something that you might have to think about, don't always want to take the easiest route in different things. You want to make it as difficult for the enemy or whoever's following you and stuff too.
You want to shape the battlefield. You want
you want to be in control of what happens.
You want to make it where the enemy is going to take the easiest way.
Right. Well, plus if you've already set up camp there and you got a fire going, they're going to think that that's where you're at.
Oh,
why wouldn't you be there?
They're all, like they don't know we're coming up here. And these stupid people have got their fire and
yeah.
And then as they come into the camp, they're going to be lit up by the fire, and you can take them out.
It's like a pure weak. When you're strong, they're going to think, oh man, these weak people that are just sitting here, waiting, easy targets and stuff, and then boom, you got them from behind. So that's a really, really strategic, good idea for something like that. But you do want to make sure that you're able to fight. So you need to make sure that you're able to hurry up, get where you need to go, rest a little bit so you can recharge and stuff, get you some food, water, whatever you need to.
Well, it's like I've said before, you shape the battlefield where a force that outnumbers you greatly, but has a narrow passage to get through to get to you, it's easier to defend. Well, first, like the 300, the reason why they were able to do so well is because they had that narrow valley where it could only have so many fighters at one time.
Hey, Dark Angel. Hey, Rescue. Thank you for being here, you guys. So appreciated. And thank you to all my mods for everything you do and watching the chat and keeping track, because it's really hard to kind of watch the chat all the time and stuff while we're talking and doing these scenarios. I'm trying to pay attention, but it's a little bit difficult and stuff. And you guys are so appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And if you guys have any channels or anything, let the mods know and they will post the links and stuff, because we are here to help everybody. Hey, Nostradamus, I think I forgot to mention hi to you. So, okay. That was actually a really good scenario. Usually we use these cards, either the conflicted or the WROL cards and stuff, which I do have a few of them picked up to use for this. So if you're new to these Thursdays, we have these cards that are survival scenarios on cards and stuff, and we sometimes use those. Actually, a lot of the times we do use these, but then sometimes we do come up with some different type of scenarios and stuff. So if you guys have any idea for a scenario that you want us to talk about, drop it in a comment after the video or something. Leave a comment and stuff, and we'll go back through and we might use that for next week, Thursday too. Because I want this to be, all of us are doing this and learning from each other and stuff. So I mean, you might have a great idea that I hadn't even thought about. Oh, sorry, this knocked your glasses. Might have a great idea that I haven't thought about or something. So please leave comments. And if you guys are watching this after the video, after the live, please put down like what you would do in these kind of scenarios and stuff. Let's keep the conversation going and stuff. Plus it kind of helps the algorithm if you guys participate and stuff. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
And real world scenario. I don't know if you've heard the Hamas has called for a global jihad tomorrow.
That's why I was saying, just kind of be careful, you guys, tomorrow and stuff. Don't go to any of these
Or
things that are going on and stuff. Stay
que-
away.
question tomorrow, for instance, you want to go to the mall, you want to go to a concert, you know, grocery store, where there's going to be a lot of people, and it's a gun-free zone, but they don't have metal detectors. Are you going to conceal carry illegally or not?
I just want to say that we are not lawyers or attorneys, and we are not advocating for any kind of breaking laws or anything. But that was another scenario that he had come up with, is what would you do in that situation? Yeah, Pilgrim said that I'm staying home. Well, that's probably
Yeah.
one of the best things to do, is to actually stay home. But if you have to go out, you have to do stuff or whatever, what should you do?
Well, it's kind of like I've heard a police officer say that they would rather be tried by 12 than carried by 6.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree. I think most people down here agree. Where did that comment go? Hold on, let me see if I can bring that one back up.
I just think it's stupid to have places that are gun-free zones. That's just soft target.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I'm still new to the StreamYard and trying to bring up comments and stuff. And sometimes it's get away from me and stuff. So I'm still trying to figure out how to do this. Yeah. I made the chat bigger because I was having so many hard times trying to read it last time and stuff. So I figured out how to make it larger so I could actually see it this time.
And also I want to bring up something. I think I've said it before, but I know we've got a lot of new people in. When purifying water, so like iodine and other places, it's kind of like my dad. He had 2 tours in Vietnam, and
hey, Mary, good to see you.
The way they purified the water, he said, left a bad taste in the water. That's when he got me hooked. When he came back, he got me hooked on Kool-Aid. He said because putting the water that tasted bad, putting Kool-Aid, it made it a lot more palatable.
Actually, that's something we could talk about real quick and stuff. Is I think most people know that depends on the situation, you're probably going to have to filter water and stuff like that. And a lot of preppers and things have purification tabs and stuff like that,
right?
Which is like what you said, what he used to use and stuff like that. I don't think anybody has actually talked about how the water tastes like crap and stuff after that. So having like liquid IV type of thing or something that's got a flavor in it or something to add to it. Kool-Aid, I mean, it's not the best for you, but at least it'll flavor it. You know what I'm saying? Gatorade, any kind of like little flavoring thing or something like that. If you find it on sale or something, maybe just pick up some extra or something, because you don't want to be, I mean, you're not going to be wanting to drink water if it tastes so crappy, unless you haven't had water in like 2 days.
I'm not a big fan of drinking water, even good water, bottled water. So I drink Kool-Aid.
I mean, I guess it's better than nothing. It's a good way to get your water. I mean, if it's been like a while since you've had anything to drink, I mean, you'll probably even drink yucky purified water. But
but
that's important.
It's easier to get it down if it doesn't taste nasty.
And that's something else you should all have in your preps too, is water purification tabs, filter systems, just different things like that. And I always feel like if you have to get like, say, lake water or something like that, filter it the most ways that you can, like boil it, put it through a filter system, put a purification tab. I mean, adding more things too. It's not going to be like overkill or anything. I'd rather overkill than not, not have it safe, because water can really make you bad, make you sick and stuff like that. So,
okay. You want to try a new scenario?
Yeah, let's go on to another scenario. Okay, this one's a little bit, I mean, this isn't really going to apply to any of you guys just because you guys should all be prepared. And even if you're not planning on bugging out, you should have a bug out bag. And you should have it ready and waiting for you just in case. You know, you always have extra plans and extra ideas. But just for the sake of the video, let's say that you weren't prepared and you don't have a bug out bag on standby with things that you need. And so you don't have a lot of time. You have to, you just found out that you can't stay where you're at. It's getting too bad and you have to leave in a really big hurry. And you only have time to grab 5 items to take with you. What would those 5 items be to take with you? What would you take with you?
Something to purify water with, something to make fire with, something to protect yourself with, a edged weapon for
like a knife or something, you mean? Yeah.
Because it would come in handy not just for self-defense, but we're like cutting tree limbs to make a shelter. How many is that for?
4.
I don't know, medical. Well, no, food.
Yeah. The problem with this is that there could be so many different things. And I think, hey, Minute Man, good to see you. I would say like a water filter thing, like a Sawyer Mini or something like that. Yeah, Michael G. That's what I was just gonna say, is something to keep you for what the heck is the word I'm looking for?
I don't know. I can't
see. A tarp, but
a tarp,
yeah, but I can't think of what word I was trying to look for. But yeah, that's
and then cordage would help too.
Yeah, you can maybe kind of count that as 2 different things. Dry socks is actually something pretty good because especially if you're gonna have to be out for a while and stuff, you're gonna you can't have wet feet and stuff.
No.
That's a very important thing, and having good shoes on too.
Foot soldiers need to take care of their feet.
Bought 5 camel tarps at Harbor Freight today. We bought 1 camel tarp the other day at Harbor Freight. That's why I thought that was kind of funny because we did the same thing too.
Well, I'm starting to work on
underwear. Unless you go commando, and then you don't need to worry about that. So,
yeah, I'm starting to work on the firewood for this winter. We got for this.
Hey, never look back. Good to see you.
For this wood stove, and I'll need a tarp to put over the firewood to keep it dry.
Trying to think of what other oops, I showed the wrong one. That's okay. I'm trying to think of what else to add to it that would be important. The thing is food. I would say at least have some of those little food ration things or something.
Well, I do a lot of the high calorie protein bars, or the
something like
granola type, only with high calorie, high protein.
I'm surprised nobody said coffee.
Yeah,
I'm surprised you didn't say coffee. Gotta have my coffee.
Gotta have coffee.
Hey, Frank Short, good to see you. Okay, so we'll move on from that one. There was one here I was going to. Okay. We're going to change this one up a little bit, but I'm going to read how this one is. Okay, let's say a gunman targets somewhere where you're at, a festival, a mall, it doesn't matter, just somewhere where you're at. A group of friends becomes separated during the chaos, and one of them must decide whether to search for their missing friends in the dangerous area or to seek safety in a designated shelter. If you were that friend, would you prioritize finding your friends or ensuring their own safety? And I'm also going to add, what exactly would you do if you were in that situation? If you were at a place and there was an active shooter broke out, what are some things that you could do to keep yourself safe? I know in some circumstances you might not be able to carry with you they wouldn't have any metal detectors, because if a gunman can get in, then so that shouldn't be an issue.
Uh-huh.
And like we were talking about earlier about carrying on you, even if it says you're not allowed to or something.
Yeah, I don't
So-
want to go any place that I can't carry.
Exactly. I mean, there's a few places where you can't, and you can't help it, like maybe schools or something like that, or a courthouse or something. But you don't
VA
usually
hospital.
have the VA hospital.
Or any hospital
although
for
they
that
don't
matter.
have metal detectors at them, but still, I wouldn't want to risk something like that at a place like
No.
that. But if you're somewhere else, what are some things that you should do? So maybe what are some first steps to do if you're found in this situation? And let's say you have your family with you. So you got husband, wife, 2 kids or whatever. What exactly would you do? I think maybe as a husband or something, your first priority is to get the wife and the kids safety first and figure that out.
Uh-huh.
I think would be the first step. Unless you got a wife like me that wouldn't leave you alone, and I would stand there and fight my way out too. But
Well, in this day and age where everybody's got a cell phone, I would text them, not call, text them, because they might be hiding someplace and the bad guy's right next to them. And if you call them, the phone will ring and it'll alert the bad guy.
yeah, that's actually a very important thing. But everybody has to understand that you have to do texting and not calling. So
But
you have to
people-
let your other family know about that
Right.
and stuff too. But I like what Coffee First said. Anytime you go to a place like that, make sure you have a designated spot or something.
Yep.
Place to meet
Most
up
definitely.
and stuff. Yeah, that's a really good thing.
It also
Yeah. Whoops, wrong one. Yeah, you're no good to a friend if you are dead. So yeah. I think the most important thing is if you, like most people would be, if you're armed and stuff, you gotta guarantee that other people probably are too.
Yeah.
But I don't think you should just stand up and start shooting at them. I think you need to get down, assess the situation, figure out what's going on before you make any quick, you know what I'm saying? I think the first thing you need to do is just like get down, get behind something, get some kind of cover or something going on, figure out where the masses are going. Because if everybody's running one way, you don't want to be in that group and get trampled on, or with
try and figure out what direction the gunfire is coming from.
Yeah,
one thing.
That's the first step. Figure out where it's coming from, but don't be standing up like looking around. What is going on? I mean, as soon as you hear that, you need to move and get to behind cover somehow or something. And then you need to assess the situation, figure out where is everybody running to. Don't run with them, because if the gunmen see a group running in one direction, well, that's a very easy way for them to take out a lot of people, is to shoot in that direction. So, hey, my new Tennessee home, good to see you. Hey, Rip Curl, good to see you. So I definitely would not do that. If you get separated from your group or something, like have a designated spot. If you, like they said, if you wind up getting killed, you're not helping your friends, your family, nobody and stuff, and figure out what's happening. I know Warlord TV did a video earlier today about like a situation like that. And he was saying that, don't be sheep, don't be following the crowd, be at the front or something and go up over the stage and stuff, because like security people are not going to be even bothered by you. So you're able to jump over, get behind the stage, things like that.
See what Papa finds.
Yeah. Hey, Papa's Farm. Good to see you. That's why the meetups are important now. Share info, vet each other, get to know. That's very, very good. I hope more people and different people. Hey Maria, good to see you. I hope more people start having more meetups and stuff, because I know people are all over the country.
Yeah.
So it's it's important to have meetups in your area and stuff, and then have a bunch of people go in there so that we can learn from each other. That is why we do these videos, and so many people have different YouTube channels, because no one person knows it all.
Yeah.
And that's why you have to learn from everybody. Like, my weakness might be someone else's strength, and my strength might be someone else's weakness. And, we just kind of, and that's why you guys should watch a variety of channels too, because people are going to prep differently according to where you live. Like if you live in a city, if you live in an apartment, if you live out in the country. I mean, there's just a lot of different ways to it. There's no one way to prepping. And if somebody says you have to do it this way, this is the only way, then maybe stop watching that, because that's not true.
That's kind of like, I want us to do a meetup as soon as possible with as many people as we can. If that means going up to Oklahoma, going over to Arkansas or Louisiana.
Yeah, we'll drive a little ways to do a meetup or something like that. We don't have a problem with it. But I would like to have a Texas meetup here with Texans, and then even somewhere else and stuff. And then maybe have some like different classes where people can learn some different things, Like one of our weaknesses, which I'll admit, which we haven't done very often, which is probably why, is fishing.
Yeah.
we haven't been doing it very often.
We need somebody to teach us how to fish.
Yeah, and I'll gladly say that's a weakness of ours, and that's why we're trying to learn how to do it now before we actually have to catch fish for food.
Neither one of us had fished since we were a kid, and we've forgotten everything we knew.
That's something else too. If you know that you are struggling with something, ask other people for help, and just start doing it and start practicing now while there's time, and that's why we've been out fishing quite a few times the last week and stuff.
She caught a crappie.
Yeah, I caught a crappie, but that was the only fish that we've caught. Also, it's not that big of a lake. It's a small lake, but with us living next to a lake right now, we need to be doing that all the time, because we're right here, and where we lived before, we weren't even anywhere near a lake in the city, and things were different. So we also were prepping different
canoe,
now.
A kayak or a boat or something.
Yeah. So we're just
kind of sucks.
Yeah. I was just trying to see what was going on in chat here a little bit. Oh, you just bought a boat, never looked back? That's awesome. That's what
that's our goal.
That's what our goal is, probably in the springtime or something, is to, because right now we don't have, so that's probably another reason we're not doing very good, is because we have to do like land, on the land, and
catching a lot of weeds.
Yeah, catching a lot of weeds and
Sticks.
Not much else. I almost caught a turtle the other day.
Well, I got a bite, but it took my bait and left.
Yeah, so that's just something we have to work on. So whatever you guys need to work on, now's the time to do it.
Yesterday when we were fishing, I saw a snake stick its head out of the water twice.
Also, the other thing, I know we'll get back to some scenarios in just a minute, but another thing too that I'm going to start doing this weekend, just to work at it some more, is I'm going to throw on like a 50-pound rucksack and go around the yard, because we have a pretty good area here, and just have my rifle with me, just protect, just because, okay, they get heavy, okay? Having all this gear on and stuff is heavy, and if you're not used to doing it, when you actually have to do it and go long periods, you're gonna get really tired and really winded. So another thing too is maybe go for walks and put your backpack, your to-go bag on your back or something, and take walks with it, so that way you can build, make sure that you're able to handle that kind of thing.
It was like the other day, I put my pistol on my belt, my K-bar, my 3-mag pouch, and slung my rifle over my shoulder, walking around the yard, just to get my body used to carrying that weight.
And just go slow. I mean, don't push yourself too hard or anything like that. But just just go a little bit, and just even if you're not able to walk very good or something like that, just work on at least pulling up the rifle, because I mean they're heavy with all the ammo and everything else you got on it, and holding it up for long periods of time. Just kind of work on that, get your arm.
And it's like I after that, my last surgery, and I retired. I haven't been as physically active as I was when I was working full time. So I've gotten a little weaker, but I've gotten where I'm cutting down trees, building stuff around the house, and I just have to push myself a little bit harder every day and get back up my full strength.
Hey, Sandy, good to see you. Hey, Minute Man. I don't remember if I said hi to you. Yeah, that's something too, is work on your physical and your mental and your spiritual. A lot of people think just you need to buy the stuff. Well, you need to do more than just buy the stuff. Buying the stuff is good.
Practice with it, and carry it around, see how much it weighs.
That's what I was saying, put on your bug out bag. You might have your bug out bag packed to the brim and realize you're walking around for a minute and you're like, I'm not going to be able to do this. This is too heavy. So you need to go through it and see what you can take out, what you would be able to take out and you wouldn't need. Because that's very important too, is to be able to handle that. And you don't know until you slug it on you and you start walking around.
A few years ago, I had this backpack and I had multiple rifles, all kinds of ammo and magazines. And I loaded up all the magazines and I threw them in the backpack and I slung it on my back and went, holy shit, this is heavy. I almost fell over.
Yeah, definitely. Black Cat said less can be more, or less can be more, because a lot of times you have so much stuff that you're not ever going to need it or use it. You just think, oh, this is cool. And a lot of times, and I did this too when I first started prepping, was I would see something cool, but I'd be like, ooh, I need to have that. That would help with this much. That would help. And you just go and you buy all kinds of things. You don't need to do that. First of all, you just need like the basic stuff. Exactly. Stuff is not as important as knowledge either. So I was saying, you need to work on other categories. If you have enough stuff, then you need to start working on, hey, Dynamite, good to see you. You need to start working on your physical and seeing what you can handle, what your limitations are and stuff. You need to work on your mental, being mentally prepared for it, because people don't realize that when times get bad like that, a lot of people are going to get depressed. They're going to get sad. They're going to get down on themselves. They're going to be like, I can't handle this anymore. Or they did something in this scenario and they're like, I can't live with what I just had to do and stuff. So you need to kind of go through that and work on that now. And then spiritually is very important. I mean, not to be too preachy on this video right now and stuff, but if you don't have God in your life, then everything else is kind of pointless.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm gonna say about that. But okay. Let's see what time we're at. 6:39. Michael G reorganizes get home bag today. Good thing, found some holes. Yeah, that's another thing too, is that sometimes you guys people set up these like bags and stuff like maybe a year ago or 2 years ago or something, and you haven't even gone through it since then. It's real important to go through it and say, oh, well, I don't need this kind of thing now, or realize, oh wait, I've got 2 of these that do kind of the same thing, so how can I narrow it down? And speaking of 2 or more things that can do something, a really good idea is to find something that has multiple uses for it. It means you don't need to have as many things in your bag. So like multi-tools and things like that work pretty good. So just another thought.
And it's kind of like also in the line, one of my recent purchases got this garden cart that has 4 wheels.
That's called a utility cart, but yeah,
instead of a wheelbarrow. It's kind of like if I'm cutting down trees back of the lot, I can put them in there and haul them to the wood pile. It can hold 1,200 pounds. But also, say like if you had to bug out on foot, if you don't have something like that, you're not going to be able to carry much of your stuff on your back.
And the only time you'd be able to even take that would be if you're not in a super big rush to
Right.
leave, though, because if you don't have to run or something like that.
Uh-huh.
But something like that is a way to be able to carry more stuff with you if you
Uh-huh.
need to. You know, you just pull it behind you. It's no problem.
Force multiplier, kind of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you're in
it's
your
definitely.
house. In your house, you got this much stuff, and you got to bug out in the vehicle, and you got less stuff, and you got to go on foot, and you got less stuff.
Yeah, and one of the reasons that we actually got, one is for gardening, for putting the dirt, moving dirt around and stuff to our beds and stuff. But the other reason was because we live less than a mile away from the lake. But even a mile, carrying water jugs is going to get really heavy, really hard. So we kind of got that so we could put the water jugs in it to take down to the lake and to bring back.
Which we've got water, we've got filtration systems, but you know,
just in case,
it'd be good for. I mean, you could boil it and stuff like that, but also it'd be good for non-potable water to flush the toilet
or just whatever, you know. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah,
it'd be nice to use the toilet instead of having to do a slip trent in the backyard.
Yeah, I was just checking on. Hey, Joni, good to see you. Okay. Let's see. You want to do another one? Let me see. What we got? You didn't have any more scenarios, did you?
Not off the top of my head. I'll have more next time.
Okay, that's fine. Hold on one second. You guys talk amongst yourselves. I'm trying to decide which one of these to do real quick. Okay. This one, I think I know most of you guys is what most of you guys would do, but let's say a large-scale EMP attack disables the power grid, plunging the city into darkness and chaos. As temperatures plummet, you find a man, a woman, and 2 small children breaking into your home to seek shelter from the freezing cold. They have no other means of survival, but you know that letting them in might compromise your own family's safety. Would you let them in, or would you turn them away? Or how exactly would you go about doing something like that? I think anytime that kids are involved, for most people, I think it's going to make it a little bit more of a difficult situation because nobody likes to see kids suffering and things like that. But y'all need to think about this. Minuteman asked what the heck you were smoking on.
Swiss or sweet.
I'll
cigar.
I'll email you back, Minuteman. And I just forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah.
Which I'm not lighting up in the house. I'll wait till we're done and I'll do it in the back porch.
You guys need to think about right now what you would do in a situation like that if people came to your house and stuff like that. A good idea for like a family like that, although this has its downsides too, is if just give them a little bucket of some food and say, here, go on your merry own way. Problem is they might keep coming back for more if they know that you have that, and then, or they might run into some other people that have bad intentions that tell them, hey, where did you get this stuff from or whatever, and they wind up giving up your location and stuff. It was really a no-win situation for something like that. Hey Sean, good to see you. Exactly. Family comes first. That's the big thing. Definitely. The problem is, I mean, they broke into your house and they are, there. So they broke into your house. I would be kicking them out probably for going that far.
Yeah. I don't know. I like when they first started kicking on the door, I might have been shooting through the door.
I was going to say, if they were able to actually get in your house, maybe you weren't there or something like that when that happened, because otherwise if somebody's like kicking at your door and shit's already gone sideways and stuff like that, they probably wouldn't even make it in the door because you would shoot first and ask questions later type of thing. And in a situation like that, you know, because you don't know who is knocking on your door, who's trying to bust in and stuff. And you need to be careful and you need to protect your family. That's your first priority. I feel really bad that people aren't prepared, and it's a good possibility there's going to be people that are going to be coming to our houses and stuff trying to get food. Might even be family members that didn't listen to you guys, didn't listen to us and stuff, and now they're coming over there trying to get some help and stuff because they didn't listen, and now it's too late and they don't have anything. So I really hope and pray that anybody that is on the fence of prepping starts doing it before it's too late, which some people say, oh, you can't right now, it's too late or whatever. It's never too late until it's too late. until a situation comes up, it's not too late. So I mean, there's still time. I don't know how much. I mean, there might be a day, a week, a month, a year. I don't know. I'm not a fortune teller, but it's better to have a little bit. And what I would tell new preppers is just to start slow. Don't get overwhelmed. If you've got a week of food in your house, you're doing better than probably half the country. I don't know what the number is right now, but there's a big amount of people that only have like 3 days of food in their house at one time. And so, just do what you can, get it done.
No, you can't save the world.
Yeah, definitely.
I would save beaverines, but
yeah, I mean, beaverines are welcome over at our house anytime and stuff, but you're gonna have to do something to let us know that it's you before you come up to the house. Otherwise, you might not make it very far into our yard. So just a little warning.
And some of our people, I'm sure that not all of them are beaverines, are they?
No, they're not all. No, not everybody's beaverines.
Again, another reason why I want to have a meetup.
Yeah, definitely. That way we could get to know each other too. Oh, and another thing though, which is bad situations like this tend to bring out the worst in people. You're going to get people that you think are great and nice and stuff, but when shit really goes bad and they get stressed and scared, and I mean, being scared can make you act in ways that you never thought possible. So that's another thing, is don't ever be scared or have any fear of a situation. Just try to be calm, and I know it's easier said than done. So I mean, you hear all the time in the news something's happening now and people start freaking out. I mean, with the Israel and everything else, there was so much like fear porn, and World War III is starting and this and that, and you see it everywhere and stuff. And it's just, they do that because they can control you with fear. The mainstream media, they can control you with fear. So just remember that and just take a breath. And well, yeah, it's kind of happening now. People have lost it. I mean, a lot of things are going on. Dynamite.
What is it?
He said he's an a-hole now. Maybe when shift happens that he'll be nice. So maybe the opposite will happen then. But that's just something to let you guys know, that even somebody that you think is a wonderful person could change and turn. So you just need to be aware of that kind of thing happening. When people lose it, I find it. Oh, Minuteman lost guns in a boating accident. Yeah, that happens a lot. That happens a lot for some strange reason. Okay, we got a few more minutes. Let's talk about, since I was just kind of mentioning about how people change and things like that, I wrote up a little thing about how, say, like you have like a little group of mag, whether it's just your family members, 4 people, 6 people, 20 people, whatever. It doesn't really matter. But how do you keep up like morals in the group? How do you keep people from going into some severe depression, anger, hostility? What do you do in a situation then if somebody kind of just loses it? Do you like lock them up until they calm down? Do you bop them upside the head and knock them out for a short time? I mean, I don't know. What exactly would you guys do?
You need to do it before it gets to that point.
Mm-hmm.
When I was active duty, TDY to Turkey, and stuff was getting intense. We used to use
Hey, Annette, good to see you.
have somebody in the group that would be like the cut up, and he would try and make everybody laugh, and that seemed to help ease the tension.
Yeah. Something else too that's good to have is if you've got children and stuff, they're gonna be probably more stressed out.
Do something to take their mind off of what they're stressing over.
Yeah.
Be it humor, give them a task to do.
Tasks are good because then they have to really concentrate on something else, and they're not thinking about that, because everybody is going to go through a range of emotions, and some people it just gets more intense on them and they just lose it after so long, you know. I mean, everybody's going to go through the same emotions. It's just some people hide it better, and some don't let it all come out. So that's kind of a big thing. Another thing that I like to do personally when I'm stocking up on stuff is sometimes like little like snacks, or maybe even I've stocked up on like a little bit of soda and stuff, just some different things that can kind of help you feel normal, have a sense of normalcy. Because I think the biggest thing in a situation is everybody wants to have that normalcy. They want to, you know, kind of forget that they're in this situation and what's going on, and they just want, you know, like being able to wash your clothes and take a hot shower and stuff is going to just be so important to people in order to keep their morale going and stuff like that. So that kind of thing. Okay. And if you've got kids and stuff, and let's say like you had to bug out or something, maybe taking maybe here's an idea for the kids. You'll probably have to change it a little bit. Maybe let them pack, like tell them, make it a game. Here, pack up this bag, what you would want to take with you and stuff, and see what they do. Turn it into a game and stuff. Same thing with like right now. I don't think the children should be super aware of what's going on, and they should just be kids, but they do need to know a little bit.
I said music is a morale booster.
Yeah, definitely music. Just anything that can, when all else fails, bake chocolate chip cookies, instant mood changer. Actually, that's very true. So I was saying like having sweets and candies or something, you know, Tootsie Rolls for preparation. You know,
not for John.
No, but I mean something like that. Joni Field said code word Tootsie Rolls on there. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That would be a good one.
Yeah. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here in a second. But
does anybody else want to come up with a scenario or have anything to say or want to bring anything up?
Commando, I like that code word. Papa's Farm is gonna go live after ours. So after we're done, you guys, the link's posted in there. So go see him.
He's awesome.
If you guys haven't liked our video, please do that and help the algorithm so more people can find it. And
not just that, you know, you see somebody that has a small channel and you like what they're doing, give them a little help.
Yeah, help them out, give them some likes, leave some comments. That kind of stuff actually does help I've heard. I guess it helps with the algorithm. It helps YouTube want to push out videos because sometimes prepping videos just don't like to get pushed out. And again, once we reach that 500 goal, we're gonna have a good giveaway. So make sure you're subscribed so that you can be entered into that.
Yes.
And you got also, if you have ideas, leave them in the comments. Think about it during the week or something. Come back, leave a comment later or something like that, and I'll see it, and then we can talk about it next week and stuff.
Yep.
But otherwise, we might have a video this Sunday. I'm gonna check and find out for sure. So you guys just be on the lookout for that if we do have one. And I guess
If we don't have a video, let's go to the range.
Yeah, so we'll see what's going on. But you guys have a great and wonderful rest of your night. And
Have a blessed night.
And we will see y'all later. And thank you guys again so much for coming. You guys have no idea how much it means to us. Really appreciate it.
Oh, definitely. It means so much to us. I mean, like I say, we'd like to get more people. We're just doing this because we really like talking to y'all. We're like I say, I want to meet up. I'd love to meet up with everybody, but that's not feasible.
No, we'll try to figure out some time, and we'll let you guys know when we do decide to do a meetup. And God bless you guys. And
trying to talk John into getting another meetup in Tennessee. I'm itching to go back to Tennessee.
Yeah, that would be awesome too. All right, you guys have a wonderful night, and we'll talk to you later.
Good night.
Bye bye.